Hello and welcome to Vegan Cheesecake,
Hello.
everyone's favorite podcast all about the Golden Girls.
And vegan food.
That's right. I am Dave Huffman, the bitchy vegan homo, and that little songbird over there.
Yes. What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Vegan Vicki of Urban Sweetness.
And today we're going to be talking about episode 17 from season 1.
Nice and easy.
Mm-hmm. Aptly named for Blanche's...
Her little freaky niece.
Mm-hmm. She's taking a little page out of her aunt's book.
Yes, she was.
But
I think she was a little more
out
there.
She was.
Than Blanche.
There was a little bit of occasional hypocrisy from Blanche, certainly in this episode.
I said,
Yeah, so her niece is visiting to interview to get into college.
Yes.
And she just keeps picking up. She picked up a man on the plane. Then she picked up a man at her interview.
Yes.
Then she picked up a man. No, she just keeps picking up men.
She just keep picking up men.
And
menses.
And then the subplot of this involves Rose and Dorothy trying to get rid of an adorable little mouse.
Yes.
That Dorothy keeps saying is a rat.
Yes.
But it's not. It's just a little mouse.
And Rose is like, oh, he's just an adorable little mouse.
Yeah.
Yes.
And she tells that great story about how a mouse saved her life.
Saved her life.
His name was Larry, which is a great name for a mouse.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, I've never met a mouse named Larry, but if I did, I would be like, that's a good name for a mouse.
I had a mouse in my house.
Did you?
Yeah.
Recently?
No, not recently. But you know what? We used to live near woods.
Uh-huh.
So
you'd get a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
they
know.
wander in. Well, I get them, and I've had them in the house occasionally, and I always know when I have a mouse because I have cats, and I'll just see the cats staring underneath something. Like they'll just be sitting there, looking underneath something.
Yeah.
And that's when I know that there's probably a mouse. I have a couple of catch and release traps.
Yeah.
And they work great. You know, if you keep them properly baited and where the mouse is, you'll catch them. And then just make sure if you do buy one of those catch and release, which you should, absolutely. 100%, those glue traps should be illegal. Those are the most cruel, disgusting things.
Yeah, because then you have, it's just bad. It's just bad.
It's just horrible. Those should I don't understand how those are legal.
Right.
But the catch and release ones, the humane traps, I used to have a plastic one.
Okay.
And if you don't get the mouse out of there real fast, they'll just chew through it.
Yeah.
And like he was smart enough to chew through like the little catch.
He was like, whatever.
And he's like, now I can get out of here, you idiot.
Right.
And so now I have these metal ones that he can't chew through.
And then you can
or she. I don't want to assign gender to a mouse that I don't know. I never learned how to sex a mouse.
Right.
Nor have I ever attempted to sex a mouse.
How would you know?
You know what? I'm sure the
internet would tell me. You know what? I have to ask
me.
My veterinarian.
Yeah.
Dr. Jones. She's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask her, how can you tell?
I don't know.
Wow.
Huh. I know certain animals it's very hard to in the disgusting chicken industry.
Right.
Where they go through and they sex the chickens, which is the chicks is apparently extremely difficult, and the people that can do it make a fortune. And it's horrible. It's just awful what they do.
Factory
farmers. Anyway, we're supposed to be the fun.
Okay,
vegan
I'm sorry.
Podcast.
Yeah, we did. Sorry, I just went.
I did want to. That's all right. Me too. I could go on and on about it, but we try to keep this one fun and light.
Right, fun and light.
But I did love because Betty White is an animal lover.
Right.
She was not vegan. I don't even know if she was vegetarian, but she has a very strong reputation of animal welfare issues and things. So I like whenever those elements kind of work into the episodes. So it's nice to see her trying to save that mouse because she can just talk to them. She can communicate to them.
Yes.
But Larry wasn't listening. Well, no, this wasn't Larry. I don't think we ever got this mouse's name.
No.
This mouse wasn't listening to her.
It was not.
But ultimately, Dorothy. She was able to communicate.
She was talking to the mouse.
And Rose catches her.
And Rose was like, you've got the gift.
Imagine.
You got it.
So rare.
Yes.
Yeah, so that was great. I loved whenever she was able to.
I'm glad that he got away.
Yeah, I am too.
So.
Well, he just left. He just went on the account and just left.
She said, just go. And he said, okay.
Okay. Years ago, before I had those humane traps, or might have been in between before I bought like the metal ones that worked.
Right.
There was another mouse in my kitchen. I had a friend visiting from out of town. And she was there helping me. I had set up this elaborate system to corral this mouse into like a poster tube. It was, and she was standing there like, I can't believe you are doing this. And because she was like, just kill the mouse. And I'm like, I'm not killing the mouse.
I'm not killing him.
So I literally and eventually I did. He went. It was a very complicated
So
was,
you had like
yeah.
the cartoon Tom and Jerry
It was
situation.
it was
jumping off.
completely like
That
ridiculous.
is so funny.
But he eventually funneled him into where I wanted him to go.
And he
was in the poster tube, and then I took him out and released him in a field, and there you go.
So funny.
Yeah, it was, it's
That's hilarious.
It was a story she got to tell her friends about how insane her friend Dave is.
Right. That's funny.
Back to the main story of this episode.
Back to Freaky.
With her aptly named niece, Lucy.
Lucy. Yes.
I don't think that was an accident.
No, it was not. It was a premonition.
But I like whenever she shows up and Blanche is like, oh, terrific little figure, gorgeous hair, perfect skin, just like looking in a mirror. And then Sophia's response, you better get some Windex. They always make reference to, like, what mirror do you use?
Yes,
like, clean that mirror. Yeah. And I kind of agree, because I've never, Rue McClanahan, not that she's an ugly, unattractive woman, but she certainly is not the goddess that she sees herself as.
Oh, and listen, but you know what?
Confidence.
That is nothing but a testament of how we should live our lives.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
Because Blanche says,
be the person you want to be.
I am awesome.
Yeah. Be the person you want to be and project that confidence, and that's all it takes.
And baby,
you'll get what you want.
Yes, she did. That is
over and over and over again,
and several times after the over and over and over.
And when she's talking to when Lucy is talking to her aunt about some of the great advice that she's gotten from her, has that line that to me makes no sense, where she says, if you got a stallion eating out of your hand, best close the gate before you give him the sugar.
Right. I'm still, I don't know.
What does that even mean?
I don't
exactly?
know. So I'm going to have to ask someone.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Do horses, do they eat sugar?
Well, yeah, they like sugar cubes.
Yeah. But
I'm just trying to say, so she basically wants to, trap somebody, to close that gate before he gets out.
Right.
Don't give him anything before you got to capture him. Right. I guess. I don't know. It just seemed like a weird.
Yeah,
it certainly doesn't roll off the tongue either.
It does not.
No.
And she's like, would your mother let you do it?
It's her variation of, like, don't give away the milk if you can get the cow or don't give away the cow. What is the line? Now I can't even think of it. I'm so vegan I can't even use that expression, apparently.
You can get the milk for free.
Yeah, that's it. Don't give away. Yeah.
No one's going to buy a cow.
No one's going to buy the cow if they can get the milk for free.
Milk for free. There you go.
Literally, my vegan brain could not process.
I was like, what is a cow? What is it doing?
I guess it would be like, don't give away the soy farm, or no one's going to buy the soy farm if they get the soy milk for free. There's the vegan version, and it still is terrible.
Yeah, it's okay, but we're working on it, people. Work with us.
No, we're not going to work on that anymore.
Okay, yeah.
I already regret saying it.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's where the edit button comes in. No.
Yeah, this episode is now going to be 3 minutes long.
Right.
Just chop, chop, chop.
Exactly.
People are going to be like, what? Just very sharp cuts. It's not going to have to make any sense.
Right. That's hilarious.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
But she just kept, but I love how when she comes back in the morning.
Yeah.
From meeting the dude on the airplane.
Yep.
So she comes back in the morning and says, oh my goodness, this is just the best.
I'm in love.
And then
when she comes back from her interview,
you're like, you're in love, and then you want to go out.
He's going to take her. He's going to take her to the Bahamas or something.
Right.
Yeah. This guy's going to take her to the Bahamas.
Yeah.
And
they're like, the guy on the plane.
Blanche thinks it's the doctor.
Right.
But it
and
turns
she
out
said,
it's
no, it's an interview. Oh my gosh.
And he's like the biggest, strongest hunk of a man that she's met.
That she's ever
since
met.
The last guy.
Right.
Yeah, basically.
Since the guy she met less than 24 hours ago.
And then she ends the episode. The only one of the guys we actually ever see is the Miami Vice obsessed cop, who is hilarious.
Yes, who
ultimately wants to date Rose.
Rose, because Rose knew about it.
Miami Vice.
Oh my! Which was an amazing show.
It was
back in the day.
It is. You can't get much more 80s than Miami Vice.
Oh my gosh! No.
Yeah,
There's
amazing.
Nothing more 80s in Miami Vice.
And that's during the peak of Miami Vice is whenever my family spent Christmases down in Miami visiting my uncle. So it was like, like I was cool because I was going down to Miami for Christmas.
Did you have a white suit with a pink T-shirt?
Let's picture me in that for a moment.
Hey, I think you look pretty cool. I'm just saying.
I definitely probably have worn a sports coat with a T-shirt under it.
Right.
but not
the.
And I don't know that I would have been old enough to have the stubble. He always had the stubble.
He had a little stubble.
And that became a big trendy thing. And they even made those razors that would shave and leave the stubble.
Mm-hmm. Right. But that was what? Philip Michael Thomas.
Yep, Philip Michael Thomas and Don Johnson.
Yes.
Who is fantastic in that new movie, Knives Out. So Don Johnson is still doing good quality work. So it's nice to see him kind of.
Is Philip Michael Thomas still alive?
I don't know. I don't know. His career isn't.
No, no.
But Don Johnson, he was just in The Watchmen on HBO, and he's in Knives Out, so he's been doing pretty good. And I almost stepped on Don Johnson's foot one time. Did I already tell this story? I feel like I've told this story just recently to someone.
You have not. Please tell it. Enlighten us.
I was out in Los Angeles seeing opera. I was seeing the David Cronenberg directed stage adaptation of his film The Fly in opera form.
Dude, you did not tell me about this. Wait a minute. Stop the press.
Yeah, it was a weird day. Let me tell you.
Oh my gosh, how did that work out?
Science fiction opera that's sung in English is a little weird. That's all I'll say. Yeah.
Oh my. Listen, I would have lived for that. Do you hear me?
I almost stepped on Don Johnson's foot though, because he was walking right past. I was walking right past while they were doing like a step and repeat photo op thing, and I didn't see he was there, and I almost stepped on him. So. Yeah, there's my brush with fame.
There you go. You should have jumped in the picture.
I should. Well, maybe I was. And then they probably, who knows?
They probably edited you out.
I'm sure they did.
Some haters.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do? But that was during his, Don Johnson wasn't getting cast and stuff at that point. He's had a nice little resurgence lately.
Oh, okay.
So, But anyway, still, he's like, hey, that's Don Johnson.
But I'm sorry, I'm still on this.
You're still obsessed with
opera. That is so amazing to me.
It was a weird show. That's all I'll say. At the Los Angeles Opera.
That's what's up, though.
Yeah, I don't see a lot of opera, but I decided to fly across the country to go to that just because it was like, that's so weird. I have to be there. Yeah.
I love opera.
Yeah, all right.
Yes, I do. I love opera, classical music.
Okay.
I know. I'm fancy like
you
that.
are fancy. I've seen a lot of operas. We'll talk about that later.
Yes, I'm sorry, people.
Well, maybe there'll be an episode of Golden Girls that talks about opera. And we'll work
it probably not, but I'm going to tie it in somehow.
All right, I like it.
Okay, so back to the freaky niece. I don't know.
Have you ever had a relative that was perhaps maybe a little too easy? Nice and easy?
Oh, my gosh. Okay. How can I do this?
You could just say yes and not elaborate.
I know, but I want to so bad. It's like it hurts. It's hurting.
How much you want to talk about?
How much I want to talk about this because it's like current. And I can see my sister's face like, you better shut up. But yeah, I have a family situation that is just really, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But the dynamic is crazy.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so I'm going to leave it there.
So maybe you should have her watch this episode. Or him. I don't know if it's a man or a woman that
you're
concerned
females.
about. All right. So maybe you should have her watch Nice and Easy.
I know.
And it could be a little life lesson for her.
It's too late.
It's too late.
It's too late.
She's learned.
It has already gone down.
Oh, no. All right. Well, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know then. I don't know what episode to recommend that she watches.
No, she don't, nothing.
She's beyond help.
I don't know. I don't even know.
So basically, whenever Lucy's leaving, and I can't remember which of them says, "Oh, we enjoyed having you," and then Sophia's response is, "So did half of Miami." Yeah. So
Sophia's like, get out of here. Yes, half of my. Yeah, because she went there.
Yeah.
She went there. Oh, come on, people.
But she must have gone to a different school because it's not like we ever see her again.
Never see her. Well, she may have like.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Contracted something?
That's what I wanted to say. But I was like, should I say that? We probably didn't see her because she got something.
Well, the one guy she was with was a little shady because he was apparently trying to smuggle drugs back in. And that's why. Yep. That's why she ended up with a cop.
Right.
Mm-hmm. That's a colorful 3 days in Miami she's
had. It is, and she was only there for 3 days.
Yeah.
And she had about 10 dudes.
Oh. Good for her.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna slut shame
this
her.
is my thing. If you're going to do it up.
Yeah.
Don't be ashamed.
No.
Do it up.
Be Blanche.
Be Blanche and be blessed with it.
Yeah.
That's
be the most Blanche you can be.
Listen, be the best floozy. No.
If you're gonna be a floozy,
if you're
be
gonna
the
be
best
a floozy,
floozy.
you better do it.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Don't try to hide it.
Don't do what you do.
She's not the only one being judged in this episode, because I like when Rose is going on about the mouse and Dorothy just looks her in the eye and goes, "Do you know how weird you are?"
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
And then Rose is like, listen, I know, but I'm not weird.
No, she's her own special
world.
Kind of way weird.
She is.
Yeah.
But that's why we got to look at people in their own special way.
Mm-hmm.
This was a life lesson.
And this had so many life lessons.
It did.
One, learn to talk to mice. Then just ask them to leave your house.
Just ask them to leave.
Have the next time an exterminator comes to your house, ask them if they've ever tried to reason with a mouse.
There you go.
Before they do anything else.
Have you reasoned with it?
You got to try diplomacy first.
Yes.
Yeah, don't go to the nuclear option.
Right. Because I have, well, speaking of like animals, I have like those big black ants.
Oh. Why they got to be black?
I know. I'm sorry. Niggas say black. And they big black ant. And they big and black. Yes. And they are so, and they're just like, what's up? I'm here.
Yeah.
You're like, you know what? We coming. And it'll always be a couple of them.
You're having them even now, like in the winter?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying, when I was thinking about what you were saying, I was like, I have these annoying black ants.
Yeah.
But I put, what is it? Cayenne pepper.
Oh, yeah.
Around the house.
Mm-hmm.
And it wards them off.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of putting chemicals down.
Yeah, it's nice to have the ways to ward them off without killing the planet. Did I ever tell you about the crazy guy that I was talking to
Crazy guy, love it. I love your stories.
I was in Home Depot checkout line.
Okay.
And I don't even remember what I was buying. I wasn't buying anything that was like that would lead this to start this conversation.
Right.
But the man behind me says, you can just pour gasoline on the.
Wait a minute.
You can just pour gasoline whenever you got when you got grass growing up in your driveway in between the cracks. And
wait a
I
minute.
was just like, why would I do that? Like that was his just tip. Like just pour gasoline to kill things in places you don't want them to grow.
As the fumes start rising up, whoa!
Isn't that? There you go.
Like,
I looked at him and I just said, why would I do that?
Thank you.
That was all I said to him, and then I just turned back around. Like,
you ain't give him the one line and turn around.
No. And then I was at the grocery store last week, and the man in front of me, he was talking to the woman in front of him, and then whenever she went up, he was just lonely. Whenever she went up and he started to, like, she was in the checkout process then, so he stopped talking to her and he turned to talk to me.
Right.
And I just had like a few things, but I had them in my like reusable bag.
Yeah.
But there was like literally like 10 or 12 things in that bag. There was a lot of stuff in it. And his cart had the same amount of things. And he's like, oh, well, do you want to go in front of me? And he's trying to be nice and friendly, like you do whenever someone just has one thing.
One item, right.
But I had a lot of things in that bag. So I didn't want him to be like, oh, I let this guy go in front of me. He has more stuff in that stupid bag than I have in my cart.
You pulling stuff out of the bag like Harry Potter.
Yeah, exactly. It was like Mary Poppins bag. Yeah. And so I said, oh, no, I'm fine. I said, I have a lot of stuff in here. And he was like, well, fine then. Like,
wait a minute.
He gave me like all this attitude.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
Are you mad, sir?
I was just trying to be nice to you by not like upsetting you and getting in front of you when I have a lot more stuff than you think I do. I just thought that was great though.
That is so funny. You're like, I'm sorry.
Well, all right then.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, that'll probably be me in like 5 or 10 years. I'll be that cranky man at the grocery store.
Definitely. Telling people useless stuff.
Yeah, all the time.
You'd be like, if you add some vegan cheese to that, it'll make it grow.
It would. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just stuff that. But wait. Speaking of this, my sister's gonna be so mad at me. My sister is like a wealth of useless knowledge.
Oh, that's all right.
And I told her, I said she needs to go on Jeopardy because she just knows stuff, and I'm like, where did you get that from?
Yeah.
I know this has nothing to do with the episode, but you know how we do people. Yes, nothing to do with that. It's amazing.
But what is the most wonderfully pointless thing she's referenced lately?
You know what? My sister knows. Like, I'll call her. She knows like directions like so well. So I'll call her and I'll be like, "Okay, I need you in Rand McNally mode."
You have a phone. You have a smartphone.
I know.
It has GPS.
I just sometimes I'm driving and I don't want to do it. And I'll be like, "I need you in Rand McNally mode." And she goes, "Okay, hold on." okay, go.
That's hilarious.
So we do like, but she knows like all these, you know, and you all would be probably good together because she knows like actors' names, like obscure stuff. And she's like, oh, like no lie. We went to, this is when my mom and my stepfather, they used to gamble all the time, go to the casino. So they would get these free trips. So we went to Atlantic City, and this was years ago, years ago. And we were on the boardwalk, and we were just walking, and I know you know this actor. She goes, "There's Joe Bologna." And I'm like, and I said, "Who?" And she said, "Joe Bologna," and he was on the show. I don't know, Rags to Riches, like years ago. Tisha Campbell was on that show.
I know who you mean.
And, and so she's like, so I mean, he's pumped because he's like, you know,
he's excited that someone recognized him.
Exactly. Yeah. So she's like, take a picture, and I take a picture. She's like, you want to take a picture? I was like, no. So mean.
Yeah.
So mean. But you know, that was back in my when I liked him mean and rough, and I was a little rough myself. I'm just saying. But yeah, that was funny. So she does like little stuff like that. It's hilarious.
Bless her heart.
I know. I'm like, what? She's just like that.
So last time we were talking about you perfecting your vegan chicken recipe.
Yes.
Have you been working on anything else since we last talked?
I'm trying to think. You know, I have not, but I have stuff that I want to do that I'm going to be doing when I get my time off and everything. Yep. I want to perfect a vegan cheesecake.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because somebody was asking, they were trying to get an Oreo cheesecake. And when we were looking on, what's that place? Cheesecake Factory, their website. So they had a picture of their cheesecake, and I was like, okay. So I was looking, and I was like, ooh, that's really complicated. Like, because
there's all the different layers.
It's like 20 layers in that thing. But I was like, wow, I think I want to
make an Oreo. You know what? If you need a taste tester,
absolutely,
I'm right here.
Because how about I just do it here?
Sure, come on over. We'll have fun.
So
I'm all for that.
So I was like, I want to perfect a nut-free one, of course, because. And I'm always, you know.
Well, mine's nut-free. Yeah, mine didn't have cashews. Yeah, when I made that pumpkin cheesecake over that was nut-free.
I didn't try that.
No, you didn't have any, but it was delicious.
I'm sure it was.
Well, I'll make another one.
I probably wasn't that tasty.
No.
But I'm sure it'll be tastier when I can have some.
Absolutely. I'll make one. We'll have a little vegan cheesecake contest.
Yes. That'd be so awesome.
It will be.
Yes.
The only thing I've been working on, I made some blackberry white chocolate scones.
What? Oh my gosh, I made scones.
I know, I saw them. And that's why I posted that day. I was like, I just made scones too.
Yes.
So we were both on the same scone page that day.
To see. Oh, yeah, because I said great minds think alike.
Yep.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt your flow.
No, that's all right. I was going to say, that's really the only, aside from being knee-deep in pancake batter this month. Because I've been making a lot of pancakes. So many pancakes.
So excited.
I mean, I still love pancakes.
Yes.
But I'm having friends over for what I'm calling a pancake orgy. Just so I can make all these pancakes so I can take pictures for the post and stuff because I want to do, because it's trying to do them once a day is a lot. So I figured I'll just, on the weekend, I got a little more time. Yeah. And I can't eat that many pancakes. Right. As many as I can eat. I can't eat like 80 pancakes.
No.
That would be irresponsible.
Yeah.
You'd be taking me to the hospital.
I'd be like, here he come. I'd be like, why would you do that?
Pancake overdose.
Right. Pancake shame you. Why would you sit there and eat 80 pancakes?
There is a great show starring Andy Daly that was on Comedy Central for a little while called Review. The concept was that people would just write it and he would have to review whatever experience that they had suggested.
Okay.
Like one was, what's it like going through divorce? So he had to like divorce his wife just to review what it's like going through divorce. And one of them was like, what's it like to eat 20 pancakes or something like that? And then,
that is cool. That is so cool.
So yeah, it's an excessive amount of pancakes.
Yes.
But I've eaten a lot of pancakes. But anyway, so instead of making pancakes, I decided to make scones.
Nice.
Which is basically, still just a lot of this kind of. They're a little
more dense.
They're closer cousins than not. So but I just had these blackberries and I wanted to do something with them, and I was like, I want to make a blackberry white chocolate scone. And
that was awesome.
It was awesome. It was so good. And I'm going to make those for an upcoming event. I'm going to have them available at something, but not until March. So,
Okay, not till March, people.
Not till March. I'm not even talking about it yet, but they are going to be available for you to try. And every one of my friends that tried them then when I made that batch,
I know they were like,
they all said it was the best scone they'd ever had in their life.
wow.
People that said they don't usually like scones.
That's what's up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm like, you know why you didn't like those other scones?
Right.
Because they probably had disgusting animal products in them. They taste so much better when you leave the animal cruelty out, Vicki.
It is.
Yeah.
And then, because you have the love in it.
Yeah.
You don't have the
you have the love.
death. No, I'm just playing. Okay.
There we go, getting dark again.
Right.
Oh, this is supposed to be the fun, silly podcast.
Right.
Then we go talking about all this stuff.
Right, because this episode didn't have anything about food.
It didn't have anything about food. Just the mouse issue, which is, a vegan animal rights issue.
Yeah.
So that's why we ended up getting on that topic.
Right.
But what are you going to do? We still talk about food.
We still, listen.
I won't even bother asking you if you ate anybody else's food because I know you didn't. So I'm not even going to ask you. You didn't even eat my food.
Don't do that. Don't even do that.
But I will. I want to talk about some food that I had, which was from Szechuan Garden over here in Lakewood. That's they have a whole like Zen vegan menu and had just an excessive amount of Chinese food, and it was so good. Yeah, it was really, really good.
Did you have Szechuan green beans?
I did have the Szechuan green beans, and I had the Zen curry beef, like their seitan beef, and it was really, really good.
Nice,
nice and spicy, peppery, nice. I liked it.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. I know you don't like curry is a thing, but I think you would like this because it's not curry. It's not like what you're thinking of as curry. No, it's not curry.
That sounds amazing.
It was really good.
And you know what? I am going to purposefully.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do it. Well, yeah, I can do it this weekend.
Okay.
Well, no,
you got too much stuff going on right now.
I got too much stuff going on.
But
soon. I'm going to purposely. Coming up, I'm going somewhere. So hit me up. Let's say, you know what? You need to go here.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what?
What's the place you most want to go to? Like, when you said last time you talked about that you have some list that you're writing down where you want to go to. So what's the place you most want to go to?
Satan's Realm.
Oh, you want to go down to Columbus and get one of those sandwiches? Okay.
And there's another, and then I want to go to. Oh, what are those?
There's a bunch of new places down in Columbus that I'd like to try.
But there's the one. Onion Maiden.
Oh, in Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
we're gonna take a little road trip to Pittsburgh.
Yeah. I want to hit up Onion Maiden, and
I like that you don't want to eat anywhere here in Cleveland.
Yeah, no,
You're
I was about to get that.
I'm done with Cleveland.
I was about to say that. No, I already hit up Birch Cafe. That was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but
I had a delicious barbecue chicken wrap from Birch Cafe.
Yeah,
it was really, really good.
Yeah,
delicious.
That's awesome. Mm-hmm. But then I don't. You know what? I have to look for some other spots to hit.
I know I want to take you to Otani sometime.
Yes,
the Japanese
I want to do that because I looked on their website. Maybe that's where I'll go this weekend.
Okay.
Otani.
Okay. Do it.
That's what I'm gonna do.
All right.
Otani.
Okay.
Yes, because I was on the website like salivating.
Yeah, their food's
so I'm definitely
really,
gonna
really
hit
good.
them up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get my life, and then we have to hit up our girl in Omaha.
Yes. Oh, yeah. God bless her.
My fave.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Hey, girl.
Yeah, Issa, if you're listening,
Issa.
Thanks for responding to us.
In my mind, she's like my best vegan friend.
So we don't want to spoil anything, but yeah, it was very nice to have her reach out to us and post that this is the only podcast you need.
That's it.
There you go.
Awesome sauce.
I was telling people that's like a blessing from the Pope.
Listen, I was like, if you don't know who this is and you vegan, you're not vegan.
Mm-hmm.
You're not vegan.
Yeah,
at all.
That's true.
No.
Or you've never even attempted to cook your own
or
food.
Or attempted to do anything.
Yeah, because anyone that actually cooks their own food certainly has at least one of Issa Chandra's cookbooks in their kitchen. And
recipes,
if you don't have like 4 or more, then you're not really trying.
There you go. Because I got at least.
Yeah, I got a lot of them.
Yeah, I do too.
God bless her.
Yes. So.
Well,
just good stuff.
It is, yeah. Well, speaking of books, you have cookbooks and stuff.
I do. I have a cookbook and I have a vegan transition journal.
Yeah.
6 weeks to veganism.
Mm-hmm. And where can people find out about all that and get that stuff? They can
actually go to my website, www.urbansweetness.com, for both of those books. Or the vegan journal is actually at Nature's Oasis in Van Aken. They have the book there.
Nice.
And I'm telling you, it is really an awesome journal because you got your information about how to break down, veganism step by step each week for 6 weeks.
Cool.
And it has what should be in your pantry, the biggest myths in veganism, all kind of stuff. It's just some good stuff. So I worked hard on it. So
very good.
Help your girl out. But you can also check me out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at urban_sweetness. And then don't forget on the 26th, which is a Wednesday, the 26th of February, I'll be back on Fox 8 News making some good stuff. So check your girl out, the recipe box.
Nice. And I am Dave Huffman, the Bitchy Vegan Homo. You can find me online at bitchyveganhomo.com for recipes and fun YouTube videos and things, as well as a list of all of my upcoming events, including coming up next, actually just a few days from when this one goes live, I'll be doing a pop-up over at the Cleveland Urban Winery. That's on Saturday the 22nd from 6 to 8 o'clock. And stop by and pick up some delicious treats.
Yes.
And then in March, I'll be doing the Chocolate Festival here in Cleveland.
Yeah.
And Vicki's going to help me. We're going to have so much fun.
What?
Stop by and say hi to us.
You
can get tickets for that online. There's a link on my website under the upcoming events. Just click on the Chocolate Fest Cleveland link there. And I'll be handing out samples of my best damn brownies, and I'll have those for sale. Everything's going to be chocolate. I'm going to do like my German chocolate cupcakes. I'm going to have a cookie box that's going to have 3 different types of cookies, all chocolate themed.
Yes.
And it's going to be delicious stuff there that you'll be able to get at the Chocolate Fest.
Yes.
And you can find me on Instagram and Pinterest and most places as Bitchy Vegan Homo. And then on Facebook, I'm BVH Show.
Yes. And at the Chocolate Fest, you can have all the meat, all the my chocolate.
That's why. That's the only reason I want you there.
That's the only reason.
Yeah.
No.
The other thing we keep forgetting to mention is asking people if you're enjoying this podcast.
Yes.
First off, thank you very much for listening.
Thank you.
And please take a moment to write us a quick little review on whatever platform you're listening to it on iTunes or whatever.
Absolutely.
It helps other people discover us because the more reviews you have, then the more they figure people actually want to listen to it. So please, all these, we're fighting the algorithms right now.
It only takes a minute.
Just, unless you don't like us, and then don't write a review.
Don't write
Why are you still listening?
Because then you're going to get on my heifer list.
Oh.
What? Don't do it.
Don't
do it.
Heifer list. All right. Well, I'm glad to say that I'm not on your heifer list.
You're not.
And thank you for being my friend.
Thank you for being a friend, Dave. Bye, y'all.